Hi guys, it's been forever and I really wish that I was around more. These past couple of weeks I was in Nevada. It was like more for like family than it was like a genuine vacation, but I just had to make this video specifically because I've been losing my mind over like the kind of content I should make for my channel, as I usually do, but I've gotten inspiration from other creators on here, so I've been watching them and I've been feeling reassured and calm, and I don't know, I just have been going through this roundabout mentality where I want to make things, but I also want to be able to support myself while making things. And I've been coming to the realization that I need a source of income to do that, or not necessarily need, but I wanted my source of income to be the things that I really enjoyed creating, but at the same time it takes a minute to work up to that. And for my work during creation to be truly what I want and also be truly successful, it takes time and it takes space and it takes energy. So in a kind of good way, I do want to start focusing on like my creations as my creations and not my creations in addition to being a source of income at this moment in time. Because it's not going to feel passive. It's going to feel very aggressive for me to create content with that focus being in mind. So that being said, I've been looking for jobs that fit my current standing in regards to experience and education. And yeah, I've just been applying, which has been making me feel better, but I've been like quote unquote relaxing, but also been concerned about the future and what I'm gonna do with my life. That happens often. I stopped learning how to just chill, and I'm not gonna rant, but that's kind of what's been going on lately. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the future clips. Okay guys, update. I have an interview tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited. That's kind of all I have. I've been really trying to get a schedule down packed for you guys, but things have been like jumping. We're still getting our house together. I'm getting my life together. I just made some tea. It says, "It's official, you're awesome." I also think that I am awesome. This is the tea I use. I always use this tea. It's organic India tea, and I put some honey in it. I will show you the honey that me and my family are obsessed with now. I will show you. This is called, oh my gosh, wow. This is called Be the Greek Queen. It's 100% Greek honey. It comes in this amazing looking jar. Isn't that great? Isn't that grand? Isn't that beautiful? That's what I have to share right now. Honey and tea. And I got an interview. Actually, that's not a bad, not bad sharing details. Hopefully I get a little bit more something going there though, eventually in some part of this video. Okay, so it's been a hot minute. Maybe it's been, I don't remember actually, but I did want to sit and chat with you guys for a second and update you guys on a couple of things. As far as what I've been doing lately, please disregard the noise in the background. I think it'll stop in a couple of seconds. I was thinking about some things that I want to do for the week. I do have an interview today, so I'm gonna be going into retail so then I can start to be within like a community environment where I can actually apply my design skills and be amongst people who are within that kind of bracket of like design, whether it be through merchandise or other visual stuff. So hopefully, and I think I actually will, because it's actually a pretty nice company. I kind of have fear of talking about it too much just because I don't want to get too absorbed into it, because you know, it might not be a good fit for me or I might not be a good fit for them, but I have a good feeling about this. So usually in every couple of months, it's like promotional. They do reviews and you like go over how much you've grown. And if you've grown in a nice capacity, then you get a promotion. And so it sounds really nice. And then I think this company specifically for me is really good because they focus on, because for me as a designer, I really like to go into conceptual design. I don't necessarily like to just work on logos or just work on projects that are not concept focused or don't involve, is it semiotics or semiotics or something like that, but just like world building and creating, you know, something based on an idea or a concept or some sort of theme or something like that. That's really fun for me. And I remembered this as a younger person. I enjoyed writing stories and creating certain narratives and things like that and exploring those things through research and like, you know, how people think, which is also why I think that somewhere down my career path, I want to get into creative direction and then also maybe curation in museums or setting up things like that. That always has interested me. And I realized like what has been consistent throughout my interest in terms of like work or whatever is the research aspect of it, and also researching and then like seeing a pattern or an ideology or something that is constantly presented and then turning that into something. So that's always been really fun for me. So that's my plan going forward. Just I think this job will allow me to be amongst people with that mentality, those kind of jobs. And then I read up the job that I'm applying to has like programs and stuff that you can go through so that you can eventually grow within the company and get to that position. So that's my plan. I'm very excited about that. I don't know why I didn't really think about it initially, because I noticed a lot of companies like to, I mean, I think that's with everything, right? Is like it's through who you know. And you'll get a position 9 times out of 10 if you know somebody, not necessarily, you know, whether or not you're better experienced, you're better skilled than that other person. The biggest difference is that you're under that one company. That person isn't under that company. They don't know that person. They don't know their work ethic. They don't know how they think or what they do, or, you know, they don't have anything to go on. So I am particularly excited to start that. Okay, so like work aside, today, guys, I've been really into this one game called Greedfall. I think that's the name. And I noticed that okay, so this is my gaming bracket. This is where I thrive, right? I like RPGs, but I like open world RPGs because I like to be able to gain experience or XP and other, you know, resources and things to grow my character outside of the actual story mode. So then when I get into the story, I can actually have more opportunities and ways to change like the outcome of the entire storyline for my character. So basically strategy games. I also like combat, but I like more cinematic combat. I don't necessarily like the whole kind of like, I don't know, I just like some spiciness to the combat or whatever. But yeah, Greedfall gives me all of those things. Like there's dialogue, a ton of dialogue, and you can travel. It's like this whole world to explore, and I love when games do that. So you already know I'm a big fan of GTA. I'm a big fan of, if you ever heard of Saints Row, that's kind of really like raunchy and insane, more insane than GTA, if you can believe it. What do I also like? I really like Fallout 4, but I haven't been really feeling Fallout. I'm on and off about Fallout all the time because I feel like when I play it, I really want to get into it, but there's so many things to get into, and it kind of just drops you in the environment. It doesn't necessarily guide you because there's so many different things that you could do. And I think that's what's different, is that with the other games there's a stronger storyline, I feel like, and you don't necessarily like die every time you try to follow through with the story. It doesn't really prep you for like combat or whatever. You literally just fall into the world, and it's just like, it's literally called Fallout. So I just have to build a stronger strategy with that game and actually understand how I want my character to develop and how I want the story to progress. And I also want to finish all of these games. I want to finish GTA. I want to finish Tomb Raider game I purchased. I have 2 Tomb Raider games. So yeah, but yeah, those are some of the games I'm into. Going forward, I did go to the store today and I got me a coffee. I love the coffee that is at the store that I go to. It's absolutely delicious. I like fill it up to here in like oat milk, and then I like cover the bottom in sugar, and then I just get a full thing for the rest of the cup, like in medium roast, and it's amazing. It's so good. Also got a cranberry scone. This is not too sweet, but it's like sweet enough, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. You guys seen it in my last video, and I'm just gonna keep getting them because it fits so well with my coffee. And you really don't need anything sweet to go with your coffee because your coffee's already sweet. If I didn't get sweet coffee, I would have got something sweeter, maybe like a carrot muffin, or their famous cinnamon rolls, which are absolutely delicious and humongous, and you could just tear pieces off throughout the day and eat it. So, and then I have this book. This book, like, you guys don't know, I stopped reading A Court of Thorns and Roses because I think it just wasn't appropriate for me at the time. And the last book that I had stopped on was the 3rd book, which is crazy because I made it to the 3rd book. Like, what? I made it to the 3rd book. Like, what? So I'm a reader, right? But anyway, this is A Court of Wings and Ruin. I'm gonna be reading this again. I was reading another book, and hopefully I can put that up here as well. This book, it's heavy. I mean, literally it's heavy, but it's heavy in terms of what the heck is going on. Like, we moved from I'm just a girl trying to help my family, I want to be in love, I have things that I need to work on emotionally. We've graduated from that. Now we have more complex issues to worry about it. And sometimes it's too much for me to read. And at the time, it was definitely too much. I think at the time when I stopped reading it, I just needed something to ground me and not necessarily anything fantastical or overly romanticized or, yeah. I just needed some reality. No, but I'm excited to start reading this again, for sure. I think I have the space in my life now to do that, which is something so interesting to think about, because you do basically have things that you like to do at certain periods of time, not necessarily that you like to do all the time. So I think that that's something to think about. So picking this back up again. Ooh.
Rouse the captain immediately. Heave to and take in sail. Launch the boats. Elizabeth, I want you to accompany the